Yeah, hi there. These comments are for GK, and I am Michael from OTCOnlineTOEFLCourse.com. So you're doing some independent writing practice today, right? So you're one of my online TOEFL students, and I'm getting ready to read the essay. So it's very well developed. It's super organized, clearly marked thesis, and good topic sentences to frame each paragraph. But I'm a little bit worried about inconsistent facility and sentence formation and word choice. So I think that you don't have 100% control over your sentence style, punctuation, grammar, and so on. However, you really understand how to organize and develop your essay. So you need to work more on the language use areas, I think, to move up into the 24 points or higher. So you need to solve those grammatical problems, right? Now, if it fits your budget, you don't have to do this, but if it fits your budget, you might want to consider doing some error correction type opportunities where you you can we can schedule a TOEFL lesson. You send me the essay, and then we work on it together, and I can go over all of these errors in more detail. And usually, after 5 or 6 practice tests, you'll start to get control over those problems. Because I'll explain to you what the errors are, I'll show you how to correct them so that in future practice tests, you develop your own eye for editing and you get better at doing it yourself. All right, if you're interested in doing that, go over to you can go over to bettertoeflscores.com. I offer TOEFL private lessons there. You can click on that link. Now, if you can't meet with me in person and our schedules just don't work, I can also do an error correction video of that. It's the same cost because it takes me an hour to do it either way. All right, so let's take a look. So do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Teachers should be paid according to how much your students learn. Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. Okay, so then everything is looking pretty good with your organization, right? So let's take a look at just one of your paragraphs. I'm going to do some editing of this particular paragraph so you can see some of the errors you're having trouble with. So given the modern lifestyle and the stressful teaching jobs, how about we'll say society, you're pretty wordy there. I don't think you need to say all that. Just say society should consider reasonable pay for our school teachers. And instead of teaching, because we said teachers, let's say educational jobs. Some suggest that teachers' pay must be determined by how much your students learn. This is your first punctuation error. You can't use a semicolon to connect an independent clause to a dependent clause. So you might say, while others want to say are aware that yeah, I don't think the though works. I don't get that. You got that and you got though. You have an order that you have too many dependent clause connectors in here. It's making it difficult to figure out your ideas, to be honest, right? So what if we did this? We say, well, others are aware that teachers presumably give equal amount of time for their students in order that the students grasp the most important lesson out of the material provided. Those groups of people believe, and we'll put this here. So that one sentence really caused a lot of trouble. Those groups of people believe not every student equally understand I'm going to say understands or learns. At a similar rate. I'm going to put due to their various backgrounds. Thus, the idea of expecting the teacher to be paid based on how much a student learned and let's go back to what you said up here. Where is it here? You see students and how much the students learn is completely bankum. In fact, it is my opinion we'll say teachers. I'm using this as a plural possessive noun. In fact, you don't even need to say is my opinion that. That doesn't do anything. So be careful about using a lot of wordy expressions. In fact, the teacher's payment should not, you forgot to put the be verb in there, be based on how much your students learn. And here's your thesis, which is good, right? Because students learn at different rates, and teaching jobs deserve high pay whether the students learn or not. And then we got this. I don't know what this is. Bankum. What if you just say invalid, maybe? How about that? Thus, the idea of expecting the teacher to be paid based on how much the students learn is completely invalid. In fact, the teacher's payment should not be based on how much your students learn, because students learn at different rates and teaching jobs deserve high pay whether the students learn or not. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say there. I'm going to put that. Those are some corrections I would make there. And the fact is, if I go through every paragraph, I got to correct almost every line, and that's just too much. So you have to have better control over your writing. So this particular paragraph is telling me that you're having problems with sentence formation, especially with complex sentences. In addition, you're not controlling your punctuation that well. So if you want to go to the grammar part of my course, study the lesson on the semicolon versus the comma. You'll see it in there. And then study the lessons that talk about sentences with multiple clauses so you can get a little better control over that. All right, thank you.